Talk of professionalism, the soul of the game remains intact as something that really does capture you for life. And Mike Wedderburn has spent the week with a quite remarkable young man.
Another rugby club, another training night. But for one player here at Thurrock, this one has a special significance. For in less than 48 hours' time, 22-year-old wing Danny Crates will complete one of rugby's greatest comeback stories. It's just over a year since Danny was pulled from the wreckage of an horrific road smash on the other side of the world in Australia. A promising career that had brought him trials with Eastern Counties looked to be in ruins when surgeons were forced to amputate his right arm. But this man was determined to get back on the park.
It's always been a love of mine. I played a lot of rugby before I went travelling, and now I've come back up here. I was just going to get fit at first, and then as I started doing the rugby training, I ended up training with them, and that was it. And then they got on to me, "You're going to play again?" And I thought, why not? You know, I ain't going to give up rugby.
There's been no easy ride for Danny though, especially as the Thurrock coach is former All Black hooker Hicker Reid, a man who's never been known as a soft touch.
Gets up on his feet, passes the second guy, go!
Everyone at Thurrock's got behind Danny, and of course his teammates have played a major role.
They give me a lot of encouragement. They've helped me out a lot. They give me a lot of stick when I'm out training. But yeah, as you can see from the training, they make me work hard. It's paying off now, I think.
Just like any club, there's plenty of ribbing, but that can't hide the admiration the Thurrock boys have for their young teammate.
And there were occasions when he obviously hit a low. I think after the initial accident, it was very high. We had a specialist game here to sort of commiserate that day, and he had some low times. But he's come back, and even more so now, where he's very determined to play.
Match day, and some last-minute treatment from another key member of Danny's support team. British athletics team physio Kevin Lidlow's been through all the highs and lows on Danny's road to recovery, and he knows better than anyone what his patient's been through.
I think last year, when he first came in, we were very aware of the fact that there was going to be some coping difficulties. And Danny was the sort of patient who just didn't show that at all. And we had to sort of work with him in the psyche as well as sort of physically. And I think recently we've had a few hard periods with that. You know, we've had to sort of concentrate a little bit more on Danny as opposed to just his arm. But generally as a patient and as someone who is so willing to go out and do anything you could say, then yeah, he's done very well.
5 minutes to the kick-off of a match that he's been thinking about for months, and the tension's beginning to show. He needn't have worried. 4 minutes into the game, and the perfect way to settle those nerves. That was one hurdle out of the way, but what about that first tackle? No problem. Thurrock fourth, studded with ex-first teamers, gave their opponents from Gravesend a runaround. And let's face it, would you have wanted to be the Gravesend right winger yesterday? Now Danny couldn't score a hat-trick in his first game back after 2 years out of the game. Could he?
Good, Danny! It's all yours, son! It's all yours!
He even got to take the conversion. Well, you can't have everything.
It's amazing. I didn't think it'd go that well. I loved it.
You might score one, but...
No, I thought I was going to drop every ball that come anywhere near me. I didn't expect to even score one. I knew they was going to try and put me away for a few tries, but I didn't expect to get it.
They looked after you, the boys, didn't they?
They did. They kept trying to put me away, didn't they? They let me take a few tackles as well, didn't they?
Well, a story to brighten a pretty dreary